Hey squids, what is going on? It is 2 o'clock in the morning for me, and usually around this time, around like 12, I like looking up really weird stuff. And no, I'm not talking about porn, not that kind of weird stuff, but I like looking up kind of scary stuff, which is, I don't know, I'm a really big fan of horror movies, and I love getting scared, but at the same time, hate it. Like, I absolutely hate haunted houses, and I hate Halloween, but I love it at the same time. And that's a whole different story. But today I'm going to be talking about like, ghost stories and my paranormal experiences. And I know you guys are probably like, yeah, but I don't believe in ghosts. You don't have to believe in ghosts. You know, this is just a really fun story. You know, you don't have to believe in anything. Just have fun with it. You know, be open-minded though, because everything's not discovered. You know, scientists are still discovering animals that they've never seen like 20 years ago, and you know, you never know. And I'm a pretty open-minded person, I would say, but this is probably one of my creepiest paranormal experiences to date, so I'm gonna be sharing that with you. So when I was younger, I moved a lot when I was younger, and I would move into like really old houses to like really new houses or apartments or anywhere, and I've never had a paranormal experience. I've stayed with my grandparents and on my reservation, and their house used to be really haunted, but I've never heard or seen anything. And I would go down to my stepdad's down in Lower Michigan, and their old house was haunted actually. It recently just got torn down, but the story behind that is there used to be an old landlord, and apparently he didn't like women, and everyone else seen him, everyone else has heard of him, and they would always try and get him out of the house. And he was kind of like a prankster, and he would watch you all the time if you went to the bathroom or if you were in the bathroom, especially if you were a woman. But I've never seen or heard anything in there, and don't know why. Until a couple years back in my sophomore year, we moved to Wisconsin. Well, we had lived in Wisconsin, but we moved to a new house, and this house was pretty old looking on the outside, but kind of new on the inside. And it was the first night we all slept together because that's what we usually do when we move to a new place. Then the second night, I was kind of we just moved everything. Me and my brother moved everything to our bedroom because we shared it, and I was pretty excited. You know, I was like, I finally get to sleep in my own bed. I don't have to sleep on the floor anymore. I don't have to sleep with my mom anymore. And you know that new feeling you get when you just sleep in your own bed. And I was pretty excited. I got this really cool Falcons throw blanket, and I don't watch football or anything. I just like the Falcons color because I just like red and black. Red and black are like my colors, and I was pretty excited. It looked really comfy and everything, and me and my brother were just sitting there talking, chilling, you know. I don't know what we were actually talking about, but then it was time to go to bed because, you know, it was a school night, and I hate getting up in the morning, to be honest. So I went to bed at like probably 8 or 9. But me and my brother usually like to, or when we shared a bedroom, we usually like to talk about a bunch of weird stuff before we go to bed. Like, he would ask me if like aliens exist, or like about the Loch Ness monster, or like just a bunch of scientific stuff, you know, stuff that I would personally, or I would know by just looking it up. I don't know, for some reason, well, it was that second night that we stayed in our house, and for some reason I woke up and I knew it was like between 12 and 3, and to people that believe in the paranormal, that's usually the witching hour. And if you don't know what the witching hour is usually when there's like a line between the spirit world and the real world where they can kind of cross over. I don't know if that's the real reason, but that's what I've heard anyway. I woke up for some reason, and I wasn't really awake, but I was in that state where I could hear everything around me, but my eyes were closed. And And at the same time, I'm not even shitting you guys, it felt like something was like on top of me, like not really on top of me, but like hovering over me, and like I couldn't move. And then all of a sudden this voice whispered in my ear. It was like, hey. And I shit you not, I jolted awake and I turned on all the lights, and I was scared as hell. Like when it's like 12 o'clock in the morning and you're half awake and you hear that as clear as day and feel something around you, you're gonna fucking freak out. Like, that scared me. My heart was beating, I was like sweating, I don't know why. And then there was this door that separated my mom and my brother's room. It was a yellow door. It wasn't a real door, it was just like a folding door, and you could see the lights through it. My mom could see it, and my mom was like, shut the light off. And I was like, no, like, I don't talk back to my mom. I never did. And for me to tell her firmly no, like, not to shut the light off, it was pretty freaking creepy. And then I woke my brother up. I was like, hey, sleep down here with me right now. Like, and I slept on a twin bed, and I made my brother sleep with me. And then I knew I didn't hear anything. I knew it wasn't a figment of my imagination, because my brother woke me up in the morning, and he's like, hey, did you hear that? I was like, no. And he's like, I heard someone whisper hey in my ear. And that literally got to me, because that was literally freaking moment that I've ever had with the paranormal. I've never felt anything else like that. And that was I guess one of 3 instances. I've been through a lot of haunted places and I've never really seen anything. I don't plan to. I mean, that's kind of, but yeah, if you guys have any ghost stories or any other paranormal type of stories, I'd love to hear them. I hope you guys like that little story. It kind of freaked me out a little bit, reliving that. No, I'm just kidding. But I hope you guys just drop a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends. If you have ever had a paranormal experience, go ahead and have a bitchin' day.